Good morning to all my students. Today I am going to give a lecture on a very important topic, that is the nature of international relations. I hope it is going to be a very interesting lecture. International relation is one of the exciting and diverse subjects. It is exciting because it addresses some of the most pressing problems shaping the lives of everyone on the planet. And methods of war, and there are a number of issues we are actually dealing with: matters of war, peace, issues of cooperation, and conflict resolution methods, the organization of global economy, and causes and consequences of global inequality, and pending global environmental catastrophe. So I believe there is no country on planet can live in isolationism, and therefore interactions become very much important for all nation states. In other words, I can say it is mandatory for all nation states to develop a very cordial interaction among themselves. They know it because they are rational actors. And international relation has been one of the prominent discipline, which was first time the Department of International Politics, which was started in 1919 at the University of Wales. And this was a remarkable development for the first time in the history of international relations. When we discuss politics in general, we mean by it that politics is the process of cooperation. It is the process of conflict, and it is a process of conflict transformation, conflict management, and method of conflict resolution. There is no country in the world which can claim that I can be independent. Rather, what we can say as a scholar, that all the countries of the world, they can only grow up, they can only move ahead once they have a very strong ties, and once they have a compatible relations with one another, and that is gonna make this planet more progressive, more peaceful, and more civilized. So therefore, interaction is very important between the nation states. Once we talk about the nature of the international relations, we have to meant what this subject stands for. Before moving ahead, let me just also tell you, there are a number of issues which international politics would be dealing with. For example, the issues of peace, the issues of war, the issues of cooperation, the issues of environmental problems, issues of human rights, issues of global economy, and there are multiple other issues which are there. For example, global terrorism. And there is no nation on planet which can claim that I am going to sort out these problems, these issues with my own. Rather than cooperation is very prerequisite, and it is very mandatory. According to Goldstein, which is a prominent scholar of international relations, let me just put his words, what he meant by the international relations, how he sees this subject. He says that the field of international relations is primarily concerns the relationship among world governments. There is also Jackson and Sorensen who observe that the main reason why we should study international relations is the fact that the entire population of the world are divided into separate territorial communities or independent states, which profoundly affect the way people live. So that means it is very clear message for all of us that there are a number of countries throughout the world, more than 195 countries which are recognized with the United Nations organization. Every country know it very well that how important is for that country to be the part of global interaction, to look at the issues very seriously and try to make this world very peaceful, very progressive, and try to make this by using the compatible relationship all the countries of the world can, they can overcome all kinds of challenges, whether it is economic challenges, whether it is environmental challenges, or human rights challenges, or any sort of challenge. They can really move ahead once they are united. So, in broader sense, we do not study only the relations between the state actors here in international relations, or in global politics, or international politics. We also study the NGOs, non-governmental organizations, INGOs, international non-governmental organizations, and there are multiple other actors. For example, MNC, multinational corporations, and there are also many international organizations we are going to study. In a very holistic sense, it is a study of also the state actors in a which is, once we are dealing with the once we are talking about the nation states, that means we are more concerned with the official relation between the nation states. But when we talk about in international relations sense, that means we use all kinds of relations which are there between the nation states. It may be economic, it may be political, it may be cultural, it may be any sort of relation between the two, between different nation states. But apart from that, there could be a relation. There could be the agenda of the topic of this discipline. We have to also deal with MNCs. We have to see the role of the MNCs, multinational corporations, how they are evolving, how they are playing their crucial role, and how is the NGOs and INGOs getting involved, and other international organizations getting involved in number of world affairs, and working shoulder to shoulder with the states. And therefore it is more or less, we can say, our subject matter also deals with the nation states as the real actors of international politics. But on the side, we are also looking at the multinational corporation, NGOs, INGOs, and plethora of actors who are playing a very active role in international politics. Thank you so much for this lecture. Going to see you in next lecture. Thank you so much.